Saturday the 15th. Well, the canals are completely different from the River Thames, there's no doubt about that. The upper reaches, as I was coming through Oxford and just before I came into the Oxford Canal, it was very, very windy and twisty. Double bends, S-bends, you name it, it was there. So it was quite challenging. But the canals, they're different altogether. Very narrow, require a little bit more skill on the tiller, that's for sure, particularly when going around blind corners. But I'm about a couple of miles into the Oxford Canal and I've stopped for the night and just had my dinner and been up to see the third lock, which I'm about to go through very soon. So hopefully tomorrow morning I'll be on my way yet again. Today is Saturday evening, I think about 8 o'clock, and this will be the third lock that I've gone through, and I think I'm going to have to put my narrowboat on a diet because these really are skinny. Quite a difference from the Thames where you have absolutely masses of room. So good and bad points on both. One, you've got more manoeuvrability in the lock. Here you don't have to worry about it going all over the place when the water comes up. I've even tackled my first swing bridge, which was a novel thing for me, and this is my first night on the Oxford. Very peaceful. A couple of other boats just further down, so I've got a little bit of company, so not totally on my own, which is nice. I suppose when I get used to it I won't mind so much being on my own, moored somewhere, but for the moment, because it's all new, it's nice to have company. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, well, say just gone 12 o'clock actually. I was up early this morning, so feeling really tired now for some reason. Must be all this fresh air. But I found a nice little peaceful spot, lovely bridge there. Might paint that. Actually the boat coming through there as well. So, yeah, and there's a golf course just over there. And behind me is where I've come from. So I'm under a shade of a tree, but no much point in being in the shade because there's no sun, but it's nice. One thing I did manage to do, and that was to smash the glass. Coming round the bend, there was a hire boat coming the other way, a little bit fast, right in the middle of the canal. So I had to shoot more over to the right, went in some branches that were hanging over the canal, and I guess either the branch or the branch slinging my door shut broke it. I have replaced it. I took it out and put a new panel of glass in there, so that's all now sorted. I think so far this is probably the best spot I've stopped in. It's a shame actually I can't stay here tonight. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon, but I'm going to push on. But it would have been a lovely, lovely spot to stop at. I think that down there is the River Cherwell, which the Oxford Canal runs parallel with for some time. We actually go on the River Cherwell for a short while through a couple of locks. But very pretty here. Very quiet, apart from obviously somebody shooting pheasants, I think, in the field next to me. Perhaps I can go and scrounge a couple for dinner tonight. I do like pheasant. But as you can see, quite peaceful, very quiet, and it would have made a lovely spot for an overnight stay. After going through some very skinny locks, I can't quite understand why this is a peculiar shaped lock. Must be a reason somewhere, but anyway, that was the lock that brought me on to the River Cherwell. Now this made me smile a little bit. Couldn't quite work this one out. Did the chap build himself a do-it-yourself dry dock and just got fed up with the work and it all grew back again? Or did he build himself a mini Noah's Ark? Well, I think this has got to be the smallest narrowboat that I have seen. I call it the floating bed because I think it's just about big enough to fit a king-size double. Well, as you probably noticed, I did find the Oxford sign, but it's not clear. In fact, it's not visible at all from the Thames. I think it was probably around about the second or third bend or something like that. I can't really remember now because it was last year, but I do know that it's hidden from the Thames. Well, that, as I say, completed the Thames side of the things, and what a change in the canals. It was quite different actually. Lovely again, very narrow, very picturesque, very pretty, and what a joy, absolute joy. I could stop wherever I wanted to, pretty much anywhere. It was wonderful. I think there must have been maybe a couple of no mooring signs on the Oxford Canal, but if they were well hidden and buried under bushes. But no, it was lovely. I could just stop, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, move on, stop again, have another cup of coffee, and no problem finding anywhere of a night time to moor up. Wonderful. As I've said in one of my earlier vlogs, my only experience of a lock where you use the handle rather than the automatic on the Thames was many years ago. And I did have a bad experience because I knocked myself out on the arm. As I said, I think I was about 13 or 14 at the time. So I came to the very first manual lock with a little bit of trepidation, but no, there were some liverboards there, and they were very good, and they showed me what to do and how to do it, and they actually helped. And again, I didn't really take their names or the boat names, and it's such a shame because I would like to thank them. But if you ever do watch this video, thank you. It's everybody's helpful. It's wonderful. Well, today, obviously, well, this month is April 2018, so what I'm talking about is what I did last year. But I nearly had a fright this morning, or last night actually, because I've been on my boat for the last 3 days, isolated along the Grand Union Canal, and trying to do some work, and my computer packed up, and shock and horror, I thought I'd lost everything. But I managed to salvage it, and I've made a backup this time. But anyway, there will be some more videos to follow of the Oxford Canal, and then I'll do another set coming up the short distance from the Grand Union. But in the meantime, hope you've enjoyed the videos. Bon voyage, and speak again soon. Thank you very much.